Hi guys, let's talk about why the next 3 to 6 months could be a once in a lifetime opportunity for crypto holders and altcoin holders in particular. So, at the time of recording, we are seeing Ethereum up 20% in the last 7 days. As of today, it's beaten its previous all time high back in 2021. We've seen it at almost 4.8k, and back in 2021, we saw it at 4.66. So, it's now beaten it. But some of you guys might be thinking, well, why does this matter? I don't hold Ethereum. Well, in this video, I want to kind of explain to you why this is super important and why Ethereum, in my opinion, is the key indicator for altcoin season. But before we jump into that, there's a quick disclaimer here, guys. Please read this with care. This video is not financial advice. Crypto is volatile and highly risky. No results are guaranteed. This content is for experienced users only, and there's a full legal disclaimer in the description below. So, just to set the scene a little bit, I've been in crypto for a while now. Back in 2015, I bought a bit of Litecoin, and I didn't really understand how crypto worked and ended up losing some money. Came back in 2017, I bought a little bit of Bitcoin and ended up making a little bit of money and completely forgot about it. And then I came back in 2021 seriously when my friend told me to buy ADA, made money on paper, and then ended up round tripping it, which is an experience that a lot of people have ended up doing as well. But what I did do is I took a step back, I averaged in over time, and we're seeing the prices have gone up. But I just wanted to make this not to show you that I'm some kind of genius or something like that, but just to have some validity that I've been in crypto for a while and I've seen this opportunity coming for quite a while. So Bitcoin back then was 22k, currently sitting at 120k. Ethereum back then was 1.4k, and then again today's price 4.7k, and Cardano at 36 cents, and now at 87. So let's jump into what's going on at the moment and what happened back in 2021. So as you guys know or may not, back in 2021 we had the quantitative easing take place, which was essentially the money printers were on and people had more money. This came through the likes of the stimulus checks in the US, and at the same time we saw the Fed cut rates, which meant that people had more money. They were able to borrow more money from the bank so that they could put more money into investments, and in particular risk on investments and assets, which is why we saw Bitcoin surge back in 2021. This cycle so far, we've primarily seen it from institutions and the likes of Donald Trump, etc. So what we are seeing currently is in September, there's a 90% chance that the Fed are going to cut rate, which is really, really positive for us, people holding altcoins, and shows us that there is potentially quite a lot of inflow of money that might take place. And we're also seeing that bull run is now trending on Twitter. Again, a lot of people are very positive and optimistic about what's going on, but they do have a reason to be positive because there's so many amazing things going on. So I just want to talk to you about the path to altcoin season. So initially we have seen Bitcoin go first, which has happened in all the previous cycles. It surged first from the institutions, the ETFs, etc. And people have then started to take some profits, and that money's then flown into Ethereum. So that's why we've now seen Ethereum start to go second. So we are seeing some similarities between this cycle and the previous cycle. And what happened in the last cycles before is that once people took profits from Ethereum, that was then funneled into large caps such as the ADAs and Solanas and all these other coins that are up there. And then again, we see after that the money flows into the other altcoins, the meme coins, etc. So we've also seen that Bitcoin dominance has now started to fall in the last couple of months. So at the start of the year, we saw Bitcoin dominance surge and then fall, and inversely, we've seen the opposite with Ethereum. It started to lose a lot of dominance at the start of the year and now started to pick up some more dominance, which is really, really good to see. We're also seeing the likes of altcoins essentially showing more interest and more Google searches. So people are now looking at altcoins a lot more than they did before. And the retail investors are looking at this as an opportunity. And when we see more interest, it means people generally are looking to invest in it. And when people invest, again, the price starts to go up. We're seeing Donald Trump looking to sign an executive order for 401k investors to allow Bitcoin and crypto in, so that is a ridiculous amount of money and potential for it to kind of flow into the market, as well as the fact that we need to mention that the XRP, SOL and ADA strategic reserve is already underway, and that's said by the the US president. So it's just showing that there's loads and loads of positive things that are going on that weren't happening last time, and it shows that we have a massive potential for price to go up. We're also seeing, like I mentioned, institutions, billions of ETF inflows, and the Genius Act, just for some examples, the stable coins. So a lot of money now is going to be coming in that wasn't previously. And another really cool thing to see, if any of you guys are holding HBAR or ADA, is that Grayscale, a company worth billions, has now applied for ETFs for HBAR and ADA. So this is essentially showing you that these companies are seeing value and use case in these cryptocurrencies. And you need to think about the fact that why would these companies worth billions be filing for ETFs for coins if they didn't think the price was going to go up? Because these companies are here to make money. These companies are not here to lose money. They've seen a value, they've seen a use case, and they think, well, I can make a lot of money from doing this, so we can get an ETF going, we can make some money, the price is going to go up, etc. So hopefully, guys, this kind of gives you a somewhat snapshot into the potential for the next 3 to 6 months, and it's provided you with some value. So thank you very much. Cheers.